Greetings, everybody. We've got a really special guest here today, Tomas Achaval from Nomade Winery in Argentina. I have not been to Argentina, so as I said in my last video podcast or video blog. So I always like to talk about areas first from first-hand knowledge. I'm going to get Thomas to just talk about his wines, Argentina, what makes it special, and then we've got to blast through 5 different wines.
Yeah, the idea of Nomad was to produce wines where the grapes belongs. I don't believe that in one place you can optimize all the varieties. Therefore, I wanted a wine that was going to enable me to produce in the best regions of the Andes. We started with a Torrontés in Cafayate Valley in the north of Argentina, a little bit over 5,000 feet of altitude, where I believe these Torrontés, the expression of the Torrontés, developed best. And then in Uco Valley in Mendoza, south of Mendoza, in a beautiful, incredible place, we produce probably 90% of our wines in a small town called Altamira La Consulta in Uco Valley. So we will go probably one by one.
Absolutely. We'll finish off with the white to freshen up our palate. So we'll start with the Lunas Malbec. And this is just new in the market. It's $20 a bottle. What can you tell us about it?
Well, Siete Lunas means 7 moons. It's the pregnancy of the grape. It takes 7 moons from blossom to harvest. This wine is our entry-level wines, easy to drink, soft at the palate, has a little marmalade. It went through 35% of the wine went through oak during 1 year. So it's a very easy to drink but character wine. It has a good Malbec character. And it is being drunk in a very broad, because of the characteristic of the wine, very broad type of consumption moments.
Yeah, it doesn't have, the wine is very soft, very easy. It has that Malbec acidity that you're looking for. You know that lift, that freshness on the palate. It's not overripe. It's got that I call it, and I smelt it in some of these other wines, a shaved cedar, shaved lead pencil aroma to it. It's light but full. It's actually, I really like it. For 20 bucks, it's a pretty good value. Okay, the next one, I really like this one.
This Malbec, the Malbec, this is one of my favorites because it's the first vineyard that we're able to get. We started to lease it and then we purchased it. It's a 75-year-old Malbec vineyard in La Consulta, Uco Valley, Mendoza. It's extremely old Malbec, gives a flowery taste. Because of that, we didn't want to overexpose to wood. It is stayed 100% through French oak barrique for 8 months. And it's barrique from 2nd and 3rd use.
This is a step up. I think it's about $23, $24. This wine is a step up. So you can see the color, hopefully, much deeper and denser than the previous wine. The nose is not dominated by oak. It just perfectly harmonizes in the wine. And just an amplified version of what I described earlier with the shaved cedar, lead pencil, much deeper focused fruit. I think this is a great bottle of wine. It's a good way to start your breakfast anyway, I think. Not, again, that nice lifted acidity. What's the elevation here?
This is 1,100 meters approximately.
Okay, so 3,500 feet, something like that.
I believe it's in feet. I always forget to. But
I don't have my glasses on, so what does it say?
If I can find it.
It's very good.
It's not in foot. Feet.
So the next one, we're moving up to the 04 Malbec Reserva.
These were the first reserve we produced. And I wanted wines that had full expression of what I believe is Argentina. These are wines that we produce with a lot of passion, with vineyards we're exposed to a lot of sun and cold nights. Therefore, I wanted these wines to surprise consumers. They are structured wines, wines that needs to be drink with food. Yes, they show me a little bit the alcohol level, but you don't, if it sells so fresh, you will not notice that. But it gives you the full power of the natural fruit, natural acidity, non-filter, really raw but very well done wines with a lot of varietal expression. This specific Malbec that we're drinking now has complexity. It has all the things, the fruit, the marmalade, the softness of the Malbec, but very spicy also on the other hand.
It's a very focused wine. This wine here is much more generous on the nose. This is a little bit more four-square, a little bit tighter. Still has the fruit, still has the density, needs a little bit, I mean it's an 04, I'd like to see 2, 3, 4 more years of age on it.
I think this can last for 10 years more.
Easily.
The important thing is we just open the bottle. It is reserve wines, it needs at least 1 hour to be opened before drink. So they need more time.
You know, it's even though it says 15.4 alcohol, and when I was in Bordeaux, I saw some of these wines, and when you poured them, tasting the 09 vintage, they kind of bloop, bloop, and you looked at the color, even before you tasted it, and it was beyond that vibrant, ripe color, and it was almost on this real black, dark, syrupy color, and I knew what the wine would taste like. This wine still has the vibrancy of color, and on the palate it's still very, very fresh. And you know, I keep going back with that word fresh, but I don't want my palate to be fatigued. Meaning, let's go to the middle of the desert and have a glass of whiskey, because that's what some of these wines are like. And this doesn't get that, and it's rich. It's very closed right now, but I really like this. It's very well made, very well structured. Now, moving on to Syrah. I'm the king of Syrah.
Oh,
I am the king of Gruner Veltliner and the king of Syrah. So I'm very, very critical of Syrah.
Like around 2 years ago, I mentioned to you that we exported a lot to Hong Kong for a Mayo airline, and we took the Syrah for a contest. Where in Hong Kong is the Windpack. Windpack is wine of Pacific Rim in Hong Kong, in the Mandarin Hotel. And a lot of the producers there were from Australia with superb Syrahs. And here I came from Argentina with a bottle of my Syrahs and got the most, we got it, Siete Lunas, the best value for money Syrah of the whole fair. It was like 900 wineries there. Wow. And Cathay Pacific was ordering it, so we got all the attention. And this got like double gold, very good price. It's probably one of the best Syrahs in Argentina, and proves that Argentina for reds is really important. And the roof, we have not reached the roof. I think it's a lot to learn, but we're just starting.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. That Syrah is very.
I'm impressed. It's not it's not blousy. It's not overdone. It's very well balanced. It's very rich. It's got the Syrah classic flavors that you're looking for. You know, big dense color, but balanced and refined. Relative balance and refinement. It's still a big wine, but balance and refinement on the palate. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. Well done.
1 minute.
Well done. Now, we finish off with the white. A lot of people start with whites and finish with reds. I do the opposite because reds can get fatiguing, and when you go to Burgundy, Pinots, and then you always finish with a great if they make both, you may finish with a great Chardonnay. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll finish off with a Torrentes from Cafayate. You're going to get a little rinse.
The Torrentes is an aromatic grape, a native, indigenous from Argentina. It's a local development. Who developed, how it was developed, it's kept in the nature. I don't know, nobody can explain very well. There are different histories, but the important thing that is unique.
20 seconds.
There were DNA studies done at Montpellier and Davis University that confirms that. Key thing here, and since we are running out of time, is a very flowery sweet, natural sweetness, and natural acidity, and goodbye.
We have to go. We'll see you. Cheers. Bye.